Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make crepes, or we call them pancakes in the UK. They're easy to make, super quick, and they're tasty. So let's crack on. Okay, this recipe could not be any easier. It consists of a wet mix and a dry mix. We have eggs and milk in the wet mix and flour and salt in the dry mix. Super easy. Little glob of butter for the pan to make sure everything is non-stick, and then put whatever you like on the pancakes. I'm going to use sugar and lemon. That's my favorite, but you can go savory. You can put some strawberries on there. Like I say, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, this recipe will make 10 to 12 pancakes. We start with the wet mix. So get the eggs, crack them and put them in a Pyrex jug. I always use a jug because I can see how many eggs I'm putting in and the level that it comes up to on the jug itself. So I stop at 5 because that gets me to exactly 12 fluid ounces. Nice even number. And it makes it a little bit easier when adding milk. So give it a little whisk, did it off screen there. And then I go ahead and pour in 12 fluid ounces of milk. Now, if it was 5 fluid ounces, you do the same with the milk as what you would with the eggs. Okay, so always scale back, make sure it's always the same. There you go, add the milk and give it a little whisk. And that's it, that's the wet mix. Just put your Pyrex jug to the side. You don't need it for a second. Right, get a bowl, get a sieve, and remember it's 12 fluid ounces. Which equates to exactly 1.5 cups of flour. That's a little half cup I've got there. So 3 little scoops, and then go ahead and sieve it. Why sieve it? Well, you don't want any lumps and bumps in your flour. That will make your batter all bumpy, lumpy and bumpy, and when you put it in the pan, you will be fishing out little lumps of flour. So, no, I'm fast forwarding there. You don't want to see me sieving all that flour. But yeah, it will take a couple of minutes, get it all through, and then, of course, don't forget your salt. And that's it, that's your dry mix. You want to combine the two now. So get the bowl, get a whisk, get your wet mix, and just add, what, 200 milliliters? Not much, just enough to get you started. Get it combined. There you go, get your whisk, bring them all together. And you know, when you're ready, just put another 100, 200 milliliters in there. And then just keep combining it. It will come together. It looks like a right mess at the minute. But as you add the wet mix to the dry mix and keep whisking and whisking, it will just come together. And I mean, you can put it through a processor, I guess. I like to do it by hand. You can see what's happening. You get all of it from the sides there. Yeah, it's entirely up to you. But the key of this is to get all of that wet mix in, get it combined, and make sure there's no lumps and bumps. If you need to, get the sieve back and just pass it through the sieve, get all the bumps out. But essentially what you want is a bowl of batter that's nice and smooth and it pours lovely, just like this. There you go, look at this, lovely jubbly. Now this batter is great for crepes or pancakes, but it's also really good for Yorkshire puddings. And look, this is what I made. With that exact batter, I made those Yorkies and made bangers and mash for the kids. Turned out lovely. But this isn't a Yorkshire pudding video, this is a pancake video, so let's get cooking. Okay, so whilst this pan is heating, I'll just talk about this batter. We made this earlier, just consists of a bunch of eggs, milk, and flour of equal portions with a little bit of salt. You mix it together, you can see there's no lumps in there whatsoever. If you struggle to whisk it and get rid of all the lumps and all the floury bits, just use a little sieve. There's no harm in that at all. But if you don't get rid of the lumps and bumps, when you put it in the pan, you'll have to be fishing them out. So let's go ahead and add some butter to the pan. You don't need too much, just a little bit. This is just get that all around the pan. You'd need to be generous enough so that every bit of the pan's got a little bit of butter on it, but not too much. You don't want to over butter the pan. You want it on about a medium heat. So I'm going to drop it down from maximum, it's nice and hot now, to 7. Right. I find a pan of this size, again, this all depends on the size of the pan you're using. If you've got a small one, you need less batter. If you've got a big one, you need a bit more. I find with a pan of this size, which is 12 inches, 13 inches. I'm not very good with measurements. I use this here, which is half a cup, which is 4 ounces, right? So get one. Now you can get some fancy tools to get this all over the pan, but it doesn't need to be perfect, right? So drop that in there. You hear a little sizzle. You just want to move it around the pan. like this, until you get a good, covering. Just make sure you've got no sort of holes or anything like that. And then just let that do its thing. Probably around 1 minute. You can already see that it's starting to take shape. It's not a perfect circle. You can get these little scrapers to get them perfect. You've probably seen them on stalls at markets and what have you, but I mean, this is fine. You normally do these in batches, big batches. The kids can have like two each, so you're doing like 6 or 7. This is the first pancake of the day, and that's not too shabby, to be fair. Okay, get this on a plate. Right, that's it. So thank you for watching. That is how you make crepes, or AKA pancakes in the UK. The kids enjoyed them. Don't forget the batter can be made into Yorkshire puddings as well. So you would see a clip in the video of what I did with that. So if you want to see more of these sort of videos, family favourite type dishes, and if you want to see more done on the campsite Kadak, then please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.